Problem number 1. Solve the equation 4 minus x over 2 minus 2 plus 7x over 8 minus 8 minus x over 6 plus x plus 2 over 4 minus 8 minus x over 3 plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. So the first thing we will do is we will get rid of the bracket, which means we write down 4 minus x over 2, then we have minus 2 plus 7x over 8, and we have minus times minus, which is plus 8 minus x over 6 plus x plus 2 over 4 minus 8 minus x over 3 plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now our strategy will be to combine the terms 2 by 2 and put them into the same denominator. So the first couple is 2 and 8, which means we will convert them to the denominator 8, because 8 is 2 times 4. So there's 2 already. So we will multiply both numerator and denominator of the first term by 4. We get 4 times 4 minus x over 4 times 2 minus 2 plus 7x over 8. In the second instance, we will convert both to denominator 12, because 12 is 2 times 6, and at the same time it's 3 times 4. So 6 is there and 4 is there. So we'll multiply both numerator and denominator of the first term by 2 and numerator and denominator of the second term by 3. So let's do that. So we said this is 2 times 8 minus x divided by 2 times 6. And then we get 3 times x plus 2 divided by 3 times 4. And finally, there is no fraction in here, so we'll multiply and divide it by 3, because that's the denominator of the first term here. So it's minus 8 minus x over 3 plus 3 times x minus 1 over 3 is equal to 0. This is, equal to 0. Okay, so now we can deal with the products here. So we have 16 minus 4x over 8 minus 2 plus 7x over 8 plus 16 minus 2x over 12 plus 3x plus 6 over 12 minus 8 minus x over 3 plus 3x minus 3 over 3, and this is equal to 0. So now we have the same denominator here, 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 so we can combine the numerators, and we get 16 minus 4x minus 2 minus 7x over 8 plus 16 minus 2x plus 3x plus 6 over 12. And then we have plus over 3, and we have to be careful because there is minus 1 here. So it's minus 8 plus x, because we have minus 1 times minus 1, plus 3x minus 3, and this all is equal to 0. So we'll simplify. Here we have 16 minus 2, which is 14, and minus 4x minus 7x minus 11x over 8. In the second term, we have 16 plus 6, which is 22, and 3x minus 2x is plus x over 12. And in the last term, we have minus 8 minus 3, which is minus 11, plus 4x over 3 is equal to 0. Now, for example, let's combine these two terms, because we know that 12 is 3 times 4, which means we can just multiply and divide the second term here, the term overall, second in the pair, by 4. And then what we get is 14 minus 11x over 8 plus 22 plus x over 12 plus 4 times minus 11 plus 4x over 4 times 3 is equal to 0. Just repeat the first term without any change, plus, and now we have 22 plus x over 12 plus minus 44 plus 16x over 12 is equal to 0. Again, 14 minus 11x over 8, and then we have plus plenty of terms over 12, 22 plus x minus 44 plus 16x, and this is all equal to 0. So we say it's 14 minus 11x over 8 plus we have 1x, 16x, which is 17x, and then we have 22 minus 44, which is minus 22 over 12, and this is equal to 0. Now we see that we get 8 and 12. So 8 is 2 times 2 times 2, and 12 is 3 times 2 times 2. So we want to convert both fractions to the smallest number that is divisible by both 8 and 12, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, which is 24. And indeed, 24 is 3 times 8, and at the same time it's 2 times 12. So we know that we have to multiply the first fraction by 3 and the second fraction by 2. So we get 14 minus 11x, and the whole thing is multiplied by 3. And then we divide by 3 times 8. And then the second fraction we multiply divided by 2. 17x minus 22 divided by 2 times 12 is equal to 0. Which means 3 times 14 is 42 minus 33x over 24, plus 2 times 17 is 34x minus 2 times 22 is 44, divided by 24 is equal to 0. Now we can multiply both sides of the equation by 24, which leads us to 42 minus 33x plus 33x minus 44 is equal to 0 times 24, which is 0. Okay, now this is straightforward to evaluate. We have 42 minus 44, which is minus 2. Then we have 34x minus 33x, which is plus x is equal to 0, which means that x is equal to 2. All right, problem number 2. Y minus 4 over 5 minus 7 times 3y minus 2 over 5 is equal to 9 over 13. 9 minus 2y minus 3y minus 5. Okay, so on the left-hand side, we have both terms with the denominator 5, so we can combine them together, and we get y minus 4 over 5 is minus 21y. Now we have 7 times minus 2, which is minus 14 over 5. And this is equal to 9 over 13 times 9 minus 2y. And then we will divide and multiply this term by 13 to move it to the same denominator as the first term on the right-hand side. So that it's minus 13, 3y minus 5 divided by 13. Okay. So on the left-hand side, we can combine y minus 4 minus 21y plus 14. We have minus times minus, which leads to plus, over 5 is equal to 81 minus 18y over 13. And then we have minus 39y minus 65 over 13. Okay, so on the left-hand side, we get plus 14 minus 4, which is 10. And then we have 1y minus 21y, which is minus 20y, divided by 5. And then what we get here is 81 minus 18y minus 39y. Then again, minus times minus is plus 65 over 13. We can simplify the left-hand side because both 10 and 20 are divisible by 5, which means we get 2 minus 4y is equal to, now 81 plus 65 is 146. And then we have 18 plus 39 is 57, so it's minus 57y divided by 13. So we'll multiply both sides of the equation by 13, which means 2 times 13 minus 4 times 13, y is 146 minus 57y, which is 26 minus 52y is equal to 146 minus 57y. We'll add 52y to both sides of the equation, which means 26 is 146 minus 57y plus 52y. And now we will subtract 26 from both sides of the equation, which means 26 minus 26 is minus 26 plus 146 minus 57y plus 52y. We get 0 on the left-hand side, which is equal to 120 minus 5y. Dividing both sides of the equation by 5 leads to 0 is 24 minus y, and that means that y is equal to 24.